What extremely rare thing did you witness in person? July 2011. I say to my wife, the International Space Station is going over tonight. It's a clear sky. And we agree to pop out to the country where there is less light pollution and take the kids who were 12 and 8. We park in a field gate and the youngest boy sees it first. We watch and it goes overhead. And then splits in two. We watch it. I am thinking, has it broken up or something? The two parts slowly move apart. We are puzzled. I drive home and thinking any disaster would be on the news. So I watch that. Turns out, the final shuttle mission had just been completed and we had watched Shuttle Atlantis depart the ISS for the final time. I saw someone take off their cap and stamp on it like they do in cartoons. Back in the 1980s, I was on a plane and saw the space shuttle being carried piggyback on another plane. I saw a woman slip on a banana peel. I saw a wheel come loose off a van as it attempted a right-hand turn. The wheel rolled through traffic into the open bay of a tire store across the street. 1 in a million odds. I was on a train and nobody else in the train car saw it happen. Saw 2 turtle doves fly into each other head-on. I saw Niagara Falls mostly frozen over in February 2015. It was eerily quiet. I saw a fish fall out of the sky during a particularly rainy day. Hit the ground and got swept into the gutter. I was swimming in the Pacific when 4 dolphins swam up to me, danced in circles, and swam between my legs. When they got close again, I noticed one of the 4 looked more like a baby orca. That was a bright indigo color with a very tall dorsal fin. It barely looked real. I pet them all and they swam off to play in the waves. It was the most magical moment of my life. Flying to Reno back in the 90s. There was this awesome comet that turned out to have a bigger display than people predicted. I forget which comet it was. Winter of 96 or 97. Anyway, looked out the window. Clear sky. Full moon lighting up the mountains. And this big-ass comet hanging below the moon. It was awesome. Saw a biker gang in Texas putting on sunblock. New Zealand just recently announced that anyone born after 2007 will never be able to purchase cigarettes or tobacco. How do you feel about this? I'm sure vape companies are ecstatic. Imagine when people are 30, 40, 50, etc. years old and have to prove date of birth to a clerk. Pretty indifferent. All the kids here vape. Smoking's a dying trend as far as I can tell. Everyone I know who smokes cigarettes hates that they do. So yeah, no one new need get sucked into the addiction. I mean, sucks to suck, I suppose. 2003 gang edit. Thank you all for 1K plus up votes. Catch me outside selling Lucy's to your 40-year-old kid for 30 NZ dollars a pop. I think organized crime is very happy about this. Give them pie. I feel a strange entrepreneurial feeling washing over me. I think people should be able to do what they want. We all know the side effects of smoking. If somebody wants to do that to themselves, then let them. Smoking is a terrible idea and people shouldn't do it, but it really isn't the government's business. What do you do if you aren't hurting anyone else? There's no reason to think this overbearing approach to governance will stop there. You just won $300 million in the lottery. What's the first thing you do with the money? Do all the shit in that big copypasta about how you're fucked if you win the lottery. Get a lawyer to help me protect my winnings and attempt to conceal my identity for starters. Not tell anyone, pay the taxes, then disappear. Bust a nut. Need that post-nut clarity to decide what to do next. I put $25,000 in brown paper bag. Walk up to a random stranger. Hand him the bag. Then say, "Tell Andre I'm out. We're even now. I'm done." Then walk away really fast. Get a full, rich guy, medical checkup. Buy some property out in the middle of nowhere. Start a dog ranch. Don't want your dog? Drop it off. Want to adopt a dog? Come on by. Thanks for the gold. Strangers. And the heartwarming award other stranger. And all you other strangers. Thanks. I would pay off all my debt. Build my dream house. Help out my family. Retire and go fishing, camping as much as I could. Travel the world as well. We going out to eat, boys. Hire a good lawyer and a good financial advisor to get the legal and savings aspects taken care of. Before I do anything. After I've done all that. I'm getting out of this rental situation and buying a house. Live off of the interest. What is your country famous for? A failed art student. Being excluded from every world map. Looking over tulip fields while smoking weed on a windmill. Bob Marley, Usain, beaches. Invading most of the earth and drinking tea. A lot, and I mean a lot of spiders. Hello, your PC has virus. Lego. It's debt. Tacos. Day of the Dead. Picturesque beach destinations. Yellow filter in Hollywood movies. Etc. Edit. Yay. My first ever Reddit award. Thank you, kind Redditor. Leprechauns and petrol bombs. People who are attracted to Pete Davidson. Why? Like the male equivalent of the manic pixie dream girl, the chaos goblin line cook. STFU Kanye. He's like your weed dealer that you feel safe around for some reason, and when he starts cracking jokes you realize you'd hook up with him. I've been told my type is, looks like they hang out at a 7-Eleven, and at least I know he has a job. I'm also way more attracted to a sense of humor than physical appearance. Self-aware and doesn't mind self-depreciating humor. He is also a softie. Bet y'all had a crush on Max from Goofy Movie 2. I don't find him ugly like other people seem to. He's not like a super hot supermodel or anything, but I don't find him bad looking at all. He has nice lips. A good smile. I like his tattoos. He reminds me of the funny misfit dudes I was into in high school. I have a thing for dark circles. He seems very genuine and he's confident in his vulnerability. I get the feeling he is very focused and attentive with his partners. After Googling him, I have to say his features are distinctive and odd. But I can see him being deemed attractive. That's just on looks. Though. I don't know if he's got an appealing personality or not. He doesn't seem like he has an agenda, as far as women. I can't stand a prepared game. What book do you consider as a masterpiece and think that everyone should read? The Brothers Karamazov. It's about three brothers in Tsarist Russia with opposing viewpoints about life and its meaning. Alyosha is a quiet monk who has trouble justifying God or his religion to his atheist and educated brother Ivan. Dmitri is a soldier who is a total hedonist but very violent when angry. Okay. It's really, really long. But the characters are fleshed out really well. It might take you a couple rereads. I know I had to read some paragraphs a few times in a row to understand what was going on. Catch-22 taught me to view life as a comedy rather than a tragedy. All Quiet on the Western Front, by Eric Maria Remarque. Such a tragic and beautifully written book on war. Especially from the perspective of an enemy of the United States. My Country. The Phantom Tollbooth. Norton Juster. https www.goodreads.com/books/show/378.the_phantom_tollbooth. Greater Than the story follows a bored young boy named Milo who unexpectedly receives a magic tollbooth that transports him to the once prosperous, but now troubled, Kingdom of Wisdom. Along with a dog named Talk and the Humbug, Milo goes on a quest to the castle in the air seeking the kingdom's 2 exiled princesses, named Rhyme and Reason. As Milo learns valuable lessons, he finds a love of learning in a story full of puns and wordplay, such as exploring the literal meanings of idioms. The wordplay in this is so much fun. A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. A capsulized explanation of what makes up our world in everyday language and the author's great sense of humor. It should really be a textbook in schools. The Count of Monte Cristo. Basic Maths for Dummies. Wait before you downvote lol. Don't judge the book by its title. It is actually an extremely well-written math book. It's written using common language and explanations that make it easy for everyone to understand. Most of the For Dummies books are really good learning resources when starting at the basic level. All Creatures Great and Small by James Herriot. East of Eden by John Steinbeck. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Flowers for Algernon